Be me. Wrestler, peak discipline enjoyer. Coach been roasting me for weeks. You're strong, you're fast, you're technical, but your hips move like they signed a contract not to. It's Saturday morning. Drag heroic meat suit into sports complex for mobility work, adult language for pain with extra steps. Expect sweat, expect bands, expect old dudes doing hamstring stretches while sighing aggressively. Do not expect a whole gymnastics group in the next hall. Step into corridor, hear music, light sharp rhythmic. Look over, see a row of girls warming up. Ribbons, balances, poise, and in front of them, their coach. She moves with calm precision, hair tied back, posture perfect, expression focused. Whole room watches her. She claps once. Again, clean. One girl stumbles. Coach fixes it with 2 quick gestures, then steps forward to demonstrate, and then she does it. The split. The floor invited me to sit and I accepted politely, split. Legs slide out. Controlled, graceful. Her face doesn't even change. Brain shuts off. Stop walking. Stop blinking. My entire worldview built on humans having limits. This woman just violated several laws of anatomy, like it's a casual hobby. Someone bumps my shoulder. Snap back to reality. Voice, dude, you planning to walk or are you going to marry the hallway? Turn around. It's my friend Mark. Gym bag. Smirk of a man who lives to witness my downfall. Mark isn't a wrestler. He just likes the gym. I'm walking. Mark leans around me, sees gymnastics room, immediately grins. Oh, now I understand. Try to recover dignity. I was just appreciating the art, Mark finishes, nods solemnly. Respect. Shut up. Mark clutches chest. I'm not judging. I'm observing. Keep moving toward mobility room, but gymnastics coach stands up from the split. No stumble, no adjustment, just rises smooth. Again, Mark beside me. If you try to do that, your legs are going to file a complaint. I'm not trying to do that. Mark stares. Liar. Enter mobility room, resistance bands, foam rollers, big mirror designed solely to reflect your suffering. Coach's assistant Victor waves from across the room. You're late. I'm not late. I'm on time. Victor points at floor. Stretch. Drop bag, hip openers, hamstrings, glutes, lower back. Last 3 minutes before hips start yelling, in languages I don't know. That feeling when your pelvis discovers new dialects. Mark sits nearby, pretending to stretch. Really just watching gymnastics room through glass. You've got that face. What face? Through clenched teeth. The face you get when you see something you can't suplex. Shoot him a look. Mark leans closer. So what's the plan? There's no plan. I'm here to stretch. Mark nods slowly. And stare. I'm not staring. You're watching Split Woman. Grab a resistance band, pull it harder than necessary. I'm focusing on her. Ignore him. It almost works. Then gymnastics coach steps into corridor, goes to a closet, passes the glass, glances inside mobility room, quick neutral professional scan. Over Victor, over Mark, then briefly over me. My body reacts. Straighten spine, adjust posture, try to look like a man who didn't get humbled by a split 15 seconds ago. Mark whispers, "Oh my God, don't. She looked at you. She looked at the room." Mark's grin widens. "No, bro. She looked at you." Exhale slowly. "She's a coach. She's probably analyzing my posture." Mark nods. "Yeah." Kick leg out in a stretch, nearly cramp. Victor yells, "Don't rush it." Mark laughs. Gymnastics coach goes back to her hall. Session ends. Victor tosses me a towel. "How do you feel?" Stand up carefully. Offended. Victor laughs. "That's normal." Grab bag, head toward exit. Mark still smiling. "You should ask her to train you." Give him a look. "Absolutely not." Mark shrugs. "Why?" "Because I'm a wrestler. I don't need..." Mark stops and points. Gymnastics coach at front desk, close enough to hear her voice. It instructs. Mark nudges me. "Go ahead. Ask. Hesitate." Me, built for takedowns. Asking gymnastics coach to help me not move like an appliance. Walk forward before I can talk myself out. Mark hangs back grinning. Clear throat. Coach turns. Up close, she's even more striking. "Yes, Hi, I'm Anon. She looks me over quick. Shoulders, stance, posture. I know. Blink. You do? You're the wrestler. Pride lifts slightly, and then she adds, your hips are tight. Pride falls down the stairs. That feeling when you get diagnosed on sight. Stare, then laugh under breath. Okay, fair. She crosses arms. You want something? Nod once. Yeah, I do. Brow lifts slightly. Keep tone confident. I need mobility work. Coach is on me about it. I saw your training and you clearly know what you're doing. Her expression barely changes, but eyes sharpen with interest. You want help? Yes, if you're willing. She studies me. Then, you're going to complain. Blink. I don't complain. She holds gaze. Pause. I complain quietly. I'm Maya. I train gymnasts, not wrestlers. Nod. I'm not asking you to teach me ribbons. Maya narrows eyes. Good. I'm asking you to teach me how not to break in half when I sit down. She stares a second longer. Then, tomorrow, 8 a.m. Bring discipline. Nod immediately. I have discipline. Maya glances at my legs. Your body doesn't. She turns and walks back toward her hall. Just like that. Stand there feeling something I don't usually feel after training. Mark appears beside me, grinning so hard. Bro! You just got recruited. Exhale. Shut up. Mark, Maya. Coach Maya. Split queen. Look toward gymnastics hall. Music starts again. Realize two terrifying things. Tomorrow morning is going to hurt, and I'm already looking forward to it. Show up at 7:45 a.m. Maya already there. Standing near gymnastics hall. Hair tied back. Posture perfect. Simple training outfit. Looks casual until you realize it probably costs more than my groceries. She checks clock. Then me. On time. Nod. I'm respectful. You're afraid, she corrects. Smirk. That too. Maya points down hallway with pen. Come, follow. Her gym space smells clean. Rubber mats, chalk, discipline. Ribbons and hoops neatly in corner. Mirrors along the wall. Floor so polished. Few athletes stretching quietly. They glance at me once, quick curious, then back to their routines. That feeling when you were a zoo exhibit for 2 seconds. Maya claps once. Warm up to them, then turns to me. You! Shoes off. Look at wrestling shoes. These are basically socks. Maya stares. Remove them immediately. She nods. First, she says, show me your squat. Blink. My squat? Yes. I want to see how you're lying to yourself. Step onto mat, drop into squat. For wrestler, decent. For human, with joints that don't hate him, tragic. Maya circles me slowly. Your ankles are stiff. Strong, I correct. Stiff, she repeats. Start to defend myself. I can shoot takedowns? Maya raises a hand. This is not a negotiation. Shut up instantly. She crouches in front of me, points at my knees. They collapse inward. Your hips don't open. You compensate. You think it's strength? Frown. It is strength. It is stubbornness, she says. She stands, walks to shelf, grabs resistance band, comes back. Stand, stand, lie down, lie down. Gymnasts don't even look up. Maya loops band around my legs, positions feet carefully. Breathe, nod. I am breathing. Maya looks at my face. No. You are preparing for war. Jaw set. War is familiar. Maya narrows eyes. This is stretching. And stop being dramatic. Stare. I'm not dramatic. Maya presses down on my knee with controlled force. My soul tries to exit my body. Hand slaps mat. Okay, I say fast. Okay. I'm breathing now. She doesn't smile, but eyes have that tiny glint again. Good. Now hold. Grit teeth. Hold, she repeats. Hold. Wrestling pain is familiar. Impact, pressure, earned bruises. This pain is different. This is my body getting forced into a shape it refuses to acknowledge. That feeling when you discover betrayal in your own anatomy. Maya watches my face with clinical interest. You always make this face. What face? The face of a man losing an argument with his own joints. Let out a laugh that comes out as a cough. Hear a small giggle behind me. One gymnast. Maya flicks eyes toward them. Instant silence. Stare at ceiling. Attempt to survive. After a minute, she releases. Exhale hard. Maya tilts head. Now. Again. Look at her. Again? Yes. Your hips do not learn from one punishment. Rub forehead. I'm starting to think you enjoy this. Expression neutral. I enjoy results. Then, dry. Your suffering is a side effect. Sit up slowly. Do your gymnasts hate you? Maya glances at girls. Do you hate me? Chorus instantly. No, coach. We love you, coach. You make us better. Maya looks at me. See? Stare. That was coordinated. Maya's mouth twitches. They are smart. I point at her. You train them to say that. She does not deny it. She just says, stretch. Half an hour later, I'm sweating. Not from cardio, from being folded. Hip openers, ankle mobility drills, something she calls a spinal wave. She demonstrates, fluid. Then watches me attempt it. Looks like a refrigerator trying to imitate a snake. Maya observes 3 seconds. Stop. Freeze. Stop what? Stop moving. You're embarrassing yourself. Raise eyebrow. Thought you enjoy results. Maya meets my eyes. I enjoy you not getting injured. That lands different. Nod once. All right. Her gaze stays on mine a beat longer than necessary. Then she steps closer. Adjusts my shoulders with her hands. Quick. Professional. Here. Your ribs. They lock. Let them move. Hands warm. Touch precise. My body still notices. Maya steps back. Claps once. Again. Do it again. Slightly better. Maya nods. Tiny approval. She walks to cabinet. Grabs foam roller. Tosses it to me. Catch it. What is this? She stares. A roller. Yes. Why are you giving it to me? Because you are tight. You will roll. Frown. Roll what? She points at my upper back and shoulders. You're suffering. Stare at roller. Then her. Do you ever speak normally? Head tilt. This is normal. Laugh quietly. For a villain. Eyes narrow. For a coach. Put roller down. Lower myself onto it. Instant regret. Back protests so loudly. Maya watches carefully. You can fight. Or you can breathe. Glare. Breathing doesn't fix pain. Breathing keeps you from making it worse. Grudgingly do it. Roll, breathe, survive. Hear a familiar voice. Bro! Turn head. Mark at entrance holding energy drink. Smiling like he found free entertainment. Maya doesn't look surprised. Who? Mark points at me. I'm his emotional support. Maya stares. He needs support. Mark nods. He's a wrestler. He thinks flexibility is a myth. Maya looks down at me dying on the roller, then says, flat. He is a myth. Mark laughs so hard he chokes. Sit up. Throw a towel at him. Go away. Mark wipes mouth. No. I'm here to witness your development. Maya flicks eyes between us. Then, good. Witness. He needs shame. Stare at her. You're teaming up with him already. She shrugs. He's honest. Mark beams. Coach, I respect you. Maya nods once. Thank you? Mark points at her. How does he look? Maya looks at me with calm judgment. Stiff. Mark grins. That's his personality too. Maya's mouth twitches again. Then she says to me, stand. Stand. Maya gestures to mirror. Look. Look. Posture actually better. Shoulders less forward. Stance more open. Frown. That's annoying. Maya nods. Yes. Stare at her. You're good. She holds gaze. I know. Mark slaps my shoulder. He's falling in love. Turn head slowly. Mark. Maya looks at Mark. Love is not relevant. Discipline is relevant. Mark nods. Discipline. Yes, coach. Maya points at door. Leave. Mark blinks. What? Leave. Mark clutches chest. That hurt my feelings. Maya does not react. Leave. Mark backs away laughing. I'll see you later, bro. Don't die. He disappears. Silence returns. Maya looks at me. You distract easily. Raise eyebrow. You're strict. She nods. Yes, hold her gaze. And you're different. Eyes narrow slightly. Different how? Smile. You don't treat me like a tough guy. You treat me like a project. Maya pauses. Then, you are a project. Laugh. She doesn't laugh, but her eyes soften. Same time tomorrow. Nod. Yes. She picks up clipboard, then adds almost casually. Bring water. And stop staring. Blink. I wasn't staring. She glances up unimpressed. You are staring. Feel face warm, hands up. I'm observing. Maya flat. That is staring. She walks away to her athletes, back in coach mode. Stand there feeling pain in new places. It hurts. It's humiliating. It feels good. Not the pain, the progress. By end of first week, two things obvious. Maya is going to rebuild my hips whether I consent or not. And I'm scheduling my life around her sessions without admitting it. Every morning same, walk in stiff, leave humbled. Mark texts insults like it's his job. Maya stays composed, treats my flexibility. Thursday, finish session. Stay to help put mats away. Gymnast wrapping up, laughing quietly, grabbing bags, talking about competition, new routine. Maya near mirror, correcting one girl's posture with her hands. Firm, precise, professional. She's strict. I'm collecting foam rollers. Hear a voice from hallway. Male, older than me, tall, loud. Coach, he calls. Maya doesn't turn right away. Finishes what she's doing first, then steps into hallway. I don't mean to listen, but my body moves on its own. Stop near doorway out of sight. Guys wearing Federation tracksuit. Logo I recognize. Maya, he says, smiles in a way that doesn't reach his eyes. I'm hearing complaints. Maya's posture doesn't change. From who? From parents? From people. You're intense. Maya narrows eyes slightly. They knew that when they hired me. Guy chuckles. Sure, but there's a difference between professional and unpleasant. Maya doesn't react. I'm not unpleasant. I'm honest. He leans in a little too close. Honesty is a skill. You could soften it. Maya's voice stays even. No. He sighs like she's difficult on purpose. Listen, don't forget where you are. This isn't some elite academy. These are kids. Some of them won't go anywhere. Maya's jaw tightens. Maya keeps control. They will go somewhere, because I train them. Guy smirks. Right? You train them. You push them. You scare them. People talk. Maya's eyes sharpen. People can talk. Results speak. He chuckles again. You always have an answer. Maya doesn't blink. Yes. He shifts, glances past her shoulder into the gym, toward the girls. Then his eyes flick down and up again. Slow. Not respectful, not professional, just a look. I don't think... Step into hallway. Guy turns, sees me, pauses. Expression changes. Who's this? He asks. Maya answers instantly. A trainee. I keep face calm. Guy looks me over. Broad shoulders. Wrestler build. Bruised knuckles. He raises an eyebrow. Wrestling? Yes. He smiles, but it's not friendly. Makes sense. You guys always linger around the pretty coaches. See Maya's eyes narrow. See her control tighten. Gymnasts behind her get quieter. Realize something fast. Maya's used to handling guys like this, but she shouldn't have to. So I speak. Are you here for work? I ask. Or are you here to talk about what you think is pretty? Guy blinks, surprised. Glances at Maya like he expects her to laugh it off. She doesn't. She hits him with that coach look. Guy's smile stiffens. Relax. It was a joke. Nod once. Then make it funny. Silence. Guy shifts weight, suddenly less comfortable. Maya's voice is quiet. You're done. Guy looks between us, annoyed, mutters, fine, turns and walks away. When he's gone, the hallway feels cleaner. Maya doesn't speak for a second. I expect her to snap at me for interfering, or tell me to mind my business. Instead, she looks at me and says, thank you. Blink. For what? For not letting him speak like that. It was disrespectful. I don't like disrespect. Maya watches me a moment longer than necessary, then turns back into gym. Girls, she calls. Bags. Shoes. out. Gymnasts move quick, as they pass me one of them, small, maybe 15. Whispers loudly enough for me to hear. Coach's boyfriend is scary. Maya's head snaps toward her. Girl sprints away like prey. My face warms. Maya looks at me with warning in her eyes. That is not happening. Hands up. Agreed. Maya narrows eyes. Good. She walks to shelf, grabs a towel, tosses it at me. Wipe your face. Blink. Why? You're smiling. I'm not. Lie. Maya stares until the lie dies. Wipe my face anyway. Say casual. You don't have to deal with people like that alone. Maya pauses. I usually do. Step slightly closer, not crowding. Well, you don't have to with me around. Maya looks up at me, then she snaps back into control. You're still stiff. Frown. That's your response? Yes. It is safer to talk about your hips. Laugh quietly. Fair. Maya points at Matt. Split prep. Stare. You're punishing me. Neutral face. I'm training you. Sit down, legs wide, already regretting it. Maya crouches beside me, hands position my knees carefully. Professional, precise. My body still notices how close she is. She notices my reaction instantly. Because Maya notices everything, eyes narrow. Focus. Swallow. I am focused. She presses down slightly. I hiss. She stays calm. No. You're distracted. Glare up. You're a distraction. Maya pauses. For a fraction of a second, composure cracks. Stretch. I stretch. Week 2 of gymnastics coach is rebuilding my body like a project car. Body starts doing a new thing. Complains before I even arrive. Wake up. Step out of bed. Hips already offended. Mark, of course, loves it. You're evolving, he says, smiling, into a man who can sit on the floor without filing a report. I hate you, I say. You love me, Mark says. I'm your emotional support comedian. My face when this is accurate. Get to Maya's gym. Showcase prep day. Everything clean, organized, intense. Then I walk in. Maya sees me, glances at my shoulders. Immediately narrows her eyes. Your neck is tight, she says. Good morning to you too, I say. Did you sleep wrong? No, I slept like a champion. She stares at me for 2 seconds. Lie! I nod. Okay, I slept like a man who wrestles other men for fun. She gestures at the mat with her pen. Down. Drop my bag. Sit. Gymnasts watching from the mirrors again, pretending not to watch. They're improving at hiding it, still not subtle. 2 of them whisper. Look at me, look at Maya, smile. Maya doesn't even turn around. Stop. Room goes silent instantly. She runs me through the usual routine. Hips, ankles, lower back. Today, she says, we do something different. Uh-oh. Different how? She points toward the wrestling area across the complex. I want to understand your sport. I stare. You want to understand wrestling? Yes, because you always say, my coach says, and my training says, and my body says. I want to see what your body is actually doing. My face when I'm about to be audited. This feels suspicious, I say. Maya face stays calm. It's education. Stand up slowly. Maya, if you step on a wrestling mat, you might never come back. She looks me over. I will come back. Try not to smile. You're confident. Yes, that's my thing. Her eyes narrow. No, yours is stubborn. I laugh under my breath because she's right. We walk to the wrestling room together. Second we enter, the smell changes. Less disciplined perfume, more sweat and ambition. Room louder, people slamming mats. Someone yelling, sprawl. Maya stands at edge of the mat, arms folded, completely out of place, completely unbothered. Coach Victor sees me, raises an eyebrow. Why is the gymnastics coach here? Maya answers before I can. I'm investigating. Victor stares. Investigating what? Maya looks at me. Why he moves like this? Victor laughs. Good luck. I sigh. This is going to ruin my life. Maya steps closer to the mat. Show me basics. I hesitate. You want basics? Yes. Start with stance. Drop into wrestling stance automatically. Knees bent, hands forward. weight balanced. Maya watches. Lower. I lower. Better. Now what? I stare. You're coaching me. Eyes sharpen. I'm observing. Demonstrate level change. Shot entry. Slow and controlled. Maya tracks every movement. Then she says the thing. Your hips are still tight. I point at her. We are not doing this in here. She tilts her head. Why not? It's true everywhere. Victor laughs from the side. She's not wrong. I glare. Victor shrugs. I'm loyal to truth. Traitor. Maya steps closer. Show me defense. What is sprawl? I blink. You want me to sprawl? Yes, explain it. Demonstrate slow sprawl. Hips down, legs back, chest pressure. Maya nods. So you drop weight? Yes, you punish the shot. Her eyes narrow. Punish. I shrug. Wrestling vocabulary. Maya looks thoughtful, then hits me with it. I want to try. Freeze. Try. Yes. I want to understand it. Stare at her. Maya, you're built for elegant movement and balance. Wrestling is not elegant. She meets my eyes. I am not fragile. Okay, I say, steady. I'll be gentle. Her eyes sharpen. Don't insult me. Raise hands. I'll be controlled. She nods. Good. Victor leans toward another wrestler and stage whispers. This is the best day of my life. Maya ignores him like he's background noise. Show her stance again. She copies it. Too perfect. I adjust her shoulders gently. Lower your center. You need to feel grounded. She lowers, looks up at me, calm. This is ridiculous. I smirk. Welcome? She points at me. Try to take me down. Brain blue screens. What? Eyes steady. If it's basic, you can do it slowly. Victor's mouth falls open. Someone whispers. Coach Maya is insane. Mark appears at the doorway at the exact worst moment. Bro, she's challenging you. I turn. Mark. Mark grins. I support violence. Maya doesn't look away from me. Slow, controlled. I nod, switch into careful mode. Step forward, reach for a light tie-up. Barely touch. Maya moves instantly. And I mean instantly. Reaction time sharp. Shifts hips, slips out of the angle. I pause, surprised. Her eyes narrow. Again, I smile. Okay, try a gentle shot entry. Low, slow. Maya drops her weight like she's been doing it for years. Not perfect sprawl, but enough to make me stop. Eyebrows go up. You just did that. She stays composed. I understand dropping weight. Victor laughs. She's a natural. Mark yells. She's going to pin you. Maya glances at Mark. Stop screaming. Mark shuts up immediately. Try again. Still gentle. This time Maya grabs my arm. Fast. Pivots. Not a takedown. But leverage plus balance pulls me forward. My foot slips. Catch myself. Close. Maya's eyes widen slightly. Then for the first time in the wrestling room, she smiles. I moved you. I nod, impressed. You did. Then she steps back, folds arms. Now I want to see why you are stubborn. Blink. Excuse me? She points at the mat. Live drill, 1 minute. Show me how you fight. Victor grins. This is turning into a documentary. I stare. You want live wrestling. Light, not full. Exhale. You're fearless. She shakes her head. I'm curious. That feeling when curiosity is worse. Pick a partner I trust. Leo. Controlled. We do light drill. Hand fighting. Level changes. Controlled shots. Maya watches like a scientist. Leo tries to snap me down. I resist. Circle out. Maya's gaze sharpens. That moment. You looked different. Wipe sweat. Different how? She hesitates. Focused. I nod. That's wrestling. She looks at me for a long second, then says quietly, You're beautiful when you're fighting. Room goes silent in my head. Victor coughs loudly to remind everyone he's alive. Mark makes a half-laugh, half-choke sound. Maya doesn't flinch, doesn't look embarrassed, just watches me. Throat tightens. Keep voice calm. Thanks. She nods once, snaps back into coach mode. Okay, now you come back. We fix your hips. I stare. That's your takeaway? Yes, your hips are still a problem. Mark laughs so hard he bends over. Maya looks at him. Go away. Mark straightens instantly. Yes, coach. He leaves, still laughing, walking back toward her gym. Maya speaks quietly, almost to herself. You're not just muscles. I glance at her. Neither are you. Her eyes flick up, then she goes dry, defensive. I know, but her cheeks warm, and so do mine. Somewhere between Matt's teasing, fearless curiosity. This stopped being just training. Mark is thriving. Catches up in the hallway after practice, wearing the satisfied grin of a man. Bro, you two had a moment. We did not. Mark nods. Okay. I stare. That's it? You're not going to say something stupid? Mark puts a hand on my shoulder. I'm maturing. I narrow eyes. You're planning something. Mark smiles. Always. Maya walks past. Except she glances at me. Eyes hold half a second longer. I feel that half second in my ribs. Mark's grin widens. I shoot him a look. Do not ruin this. He zips his mouth, then immediately whispers, I'm proud of you, before I can overthink. Maya, I call. She stops, turns. Yes. You're done for today? She checks schedule. Almost. Pause. She tilts head. Why? Take a breath. Stay confident. Because you stepped onto a wrestling mat, I say, which means you deserve food. She blinks once, eyes narrow. Food? Yes, as a reward. She stares, lips pressed together. Are you asking me to eat, she says, or are you asking me out? Mark behind me makes a choking sound. I do not look at him. Hold Maya's gaze. I'm asking you to eat, and I'm asking you to give me 30 minutes where you're not coaching me, fixing me, or judging my hips. Hides behind professionalism. This is not a date. I nod. Agreed. Her eyes narrow. You said that too fast. I shrug. It's called respect, Mark whispers. It's called fear. I turn. Mark. I keep face neutral. Mark, go home. Mark looks personally betrayed. You would abandon me for split queen? Maya's eyes narrow. Split queen. I close my eyes for 1 second. Mark, leave. Mark backs away down the hallway with hands up. Fine, I'm leaving. Then yells, if she breaks your heart, I will sue her in wrestling court. Maya tracks him until he disappears. Looks at me. Is he always like this? I nod. Worse. She almost smiles, smooths it back into control. Okay, food. We go somewhere small and quiet. Maya sits across from me in a booth, posture straight, hands folded neatly, studies menu. You're reading that like it's a contract, I say. It is. I need to know what I'm agreeing to. I smirk. You're intense. She looks up. Yes. I lean back. I like it. Her eyes narrow. You are not allowed to like it. Too late. She looks back at menu. Pick. Pick what? Pick what we eat. You're a wrestler. You need food. Raise eyebrow. I'm not a bear. She meets my eyes, dead serious. You are a bear. I laugh. That's disrespectful. That's accurate. I order for both of us. She doesn't argue, immediately suspicious. Food arrives. She eats neatly, quietly, no small talk. Then I notice it. Shoulders drop slightly, jaw unclenches. Coach armor loosens. Subtle, but I see it. You're tired, I say. I'm fine. I give her the look. She pauses. I'm tired. I nod. Better. She frowns. Don't coach me. I smile. You coach everyone. It's your fault. She takes a bite. The wrestling room was loud. That's normal. She tilts head. Why? Because it's chaos. Eyes narrow immediately. Don't use that word. What word? That word. I don't like it. Pause. Okay, because it's messy. She accepts that, like a treaty. She stirs her drink. Your coach likes you. I scoff. Victor likes nobody. She looks unimpressed. He likes you. He likes that I win. Her gaze sharp. He likes that you work. You don't complain. I smirk. I complain quietly. She nods. Then she says, You're disciplined, but you're not arrogant. Hold her gaze. Should I be? Her mouth tightens, fighting a smile. No, you should not. I lean forward a little. Good, because I'm arrogant in different ways. Her eyebrow rises. Such as? Lower my voice. Such as thinking I can convince you to relax. She stares, looks down at her plate, cheeks warm faintly. You're trying. Yes, I'm trying. She breathes slow. It's strange. What is? She looks up. Being seen outside the gym. Keep voice steady. I see you in the gym too. She shakes her head slightly. In the gym, I'm useful. I'm strict. I'm a coach. Then quieter. Outside the gym, I'm just me. I nod. That's the version I'm interested in. Long moment. She looks away fast, mutters, annoyed. You talk too confidently. I smile. Wrestlers do. She flicks eyes back. And you look at me too much. I don't deny it. You do impressive things. Cheeks warm again. I'm not doing a split here, she says stiffly. I lean back, amused. Good, the booth would break. She tries to be mad, fails, mouth twitches. Then she says softly, You make me less tense. Most personal things she's said all night. I don't joke. Good! She swallows, stands abruptly, grabs her bag like it's a shield. Okay, dinner's done. Dinner is done. Yes. I stand too, smiling. You're running. Eyes narrow. I'm not running. Then why are you leaving so fast? She pauses, then says quietly, honestly, Because I'm starting to enjoy this. Chest tightens. Hold her gaze. Me too. She goes strict again immediately. Tomorrow, 8 a.m., don't be late. I nod. Yes, coach. She pauses at the door, turns back slightly. And thank you. For what? For being respectful and not making it weird. I smile. I can be weird if you want. She stares like she's disappointed in my entire species. No, do not. Then she leaves, and I'm standing there realizing the problem is bigger. Because now, it's not just me noticing her. She's noticing me too. Come to wrestling practice after gymnastics rehearsal. Wrestling is pain with yelling. Gymnastics is pain with posture. Maya mentions a small showcase. Parents, local coaches, kids doing routines. I show up early for support. Tell myself I'm not excited to see Maya move again. Lie detected. Mark comes with me, walks in, looks at gymnasts warming up, whispers. Everyone here is terrifying. Keep your voice down. He points at a kid. That child is defying physics. Respectfully, you also defy physics, just in the wrong direction. Mark gasps. Betrayal. Maya spots us instantly. Walks over, clipboard in hand, eyes sharp. You came, she says to me. I nod. I said I would. Her gaze flicks to Mark. Mark stands straighter. Hello, coach. I am quiet now. Maya stares. No, you're not. Mark nods solemnly. I will be quiet for the art. Maya to me. Sit. Don't distract them. I raise eyebrow. I'm a distraction. She narrows eyes. Yes, Mark whispers. He's a bear. Maya snaps her head. Stop talking. Mark shuts up instantly. We sit in the back, parents with phones ready, quiet murmurs, nervous energy. Maya paces, checks music cues, tightens ribbon, fixes ponytail, full coach mode. Then a girl runs up, wide-eyed, says something fast. Maya frowns, glances toward a storage closet, mutters. I told them to fix that. Walks away fast. Mark leans in. She's in charge in every universe. I don't deny it. Maya returns with extra hair ties and an emergency sewing kit. Her eyes scan the crowd, then land on me. Quick glance. But it lands. Stomach tightens in a way wrestling never does. Mark grins. Demon. I'm gonna say it. Don't. You're cooked. I elbow him. Showcase starts. Girls perform one by one. Beautiful routines. Clean lines. Focus you only get from someone strict. Maya watches every movement with ruthless attention. Clean landing, tiny nod, then announcer voice. And now, Coach Maya will demonstrate a short technique sequence. Mark snaps his head toward me, mouths, This is it. Maya steps onto the floor. No music at first, just Maya. She breathes, positions feet, moves. I've seen her splits. But in front of a crowd is different. She's not performing for attention. She's demonstrating mastery, control, strength disguised as elegance, sequence smooth, balance, turn, extension. Then she lowers into a split so clean it looks painless. It isn't. My eyes lock again. Mark leans close. Bro, you look possessed. Shut up. Maya rises from the split with ease. Backbend, controlled return, finishes calm, parents clap, girls clap. Then Maya looks to the back, to me. Eyes hold half a second. Then she turns away like nothing happened. Mark grabs my wrist. She looked at you during the split. I yank my hand back. Stop. She did. She really did. I'm going to kill you. I accept my fate. After showcase, parents gather, praise, questions, noise. Maya handles it with professional grace. Outside, cold but clear. Girls run to swings laughing. Stress drains out of them. Maya stands. Mark sits on a bench, whispers, I'm going to push you. I will push you off the bench. Maya walks toward the swings. One of the younger girls yells, Coach, you do it too. Maya hesitates. Then, surprise, she sits on an empty swing. Posture perfect even on a swing. Unfair, Mark whispers. She's strict on a swing. Maya kicks off lightly. Controlled movement. Girl pulls out phone. Maya turns her head. No filming. Phone disappears instantly. Maya tries to jump off, times it perfectly. Except, foot catches, shoe slips, shoe launches into the air, straight at me. Guided missile. I see it too late. It hits my forehead with sniper precision. I stagger back. Mark makes a sound between scream and laugh. Maya freezes. Eyes widen. Then she runs toward me faster than I've ever seen. Anon, she says sharp. I rub my forehead. I'm alive. Her hands come up automatically, checking the spot. Mark collapses on the bench, laughing. I can't. Coach Maya just scored a clean hit, a gymnast whispers. Coach, you just attacked him. Maya shoots them a look. Quiet. Then back to me. Composure cracked into guilt. I'm sorry. I didn't mean... I smile slightly through the pain. It's fine. You're just... aggressive. She blinks. I'm not aggressive. Mark wheezes. Yes, coach, you are. Maya glares at Mark, then at me. Cheeks warm faintly. You're going to have a mark, she says. I nod. I know. She looks at the bruise forming, quietly. I'll get ice. I catch her wrist gently before she can bolt. Maya. She looks at me. I keep it calm. It's okay. It was a shoe. I've been slammed onto mats. Her expression softens. You're going to look ridiculous, she mutters. I smirk. I already do. Her mouth twitches, then it happens. She laughs. I'm glad you came. Chest tightens again. Hold her gaze. Me too. Her cheeks warm. She steps back fast. I'm getting ice, she says brisk. Then she walks off quickly, leaving me standing there with a bruise and a stupid smile. Mark leans in, grinning. You're done, he says. I don't answer, because he's right. At wrestling practice, Victor stares at my forehead, full 5 seconds of judging silence. What is that? He asks. Keep voice neutral. A shoe. Victor blinks. A shoe. Yes. Watch him slowly turn his head toward Mark. Mark already smiling. Mark lifts hands. Coach Maya attacked him. Victor stares at me again. Why? Pause. Choose the only explanation that doesn't take 10 minutes. Swings. Victor rubs his face. Get on the mat, he says. I'm going to fix your face with more pain. That feeling when wrestling love language is additional suffering. Meanwhile, my phone buzzes. It's Maya. Maya doesn't text often. Maya, ice. 10 minutes. Maya, don't argue. Stare at screen, type back fast. Me. I wasn't going to argue. Me, I'm disciplined. Maya, good. Bring your forehead. Smile like an idiot. Mark notices immediately. He leans in. She said, bring your forehead, he reads out loud. Bro. Don't read my phone, I snap. Mark grins wider. You're cooked. Meet her after her session ends. She's waiting in the hallway. holding a small ice pack wrapped in a towel, arms crossed. She sees me. Eyes immediately flick to my forehead. Jaw tightens. "It's worse," she says. "It's not worse," I say. She steps closer, lifts her hand, puts the ice pack directly on the bruise. Cold shoots through my skin. I flinch a little, her eyes narrow. "Don't be dramatic." Stare at her. "You hit me with a shoe." She doesn't blink. "Accident." "Deadly accuracy," I say, her lips pressed together. Then she says, quieter, "I didn't sleep well." That catches me off guard. "You didn't," I repeat. She looks away. "I kept thinking about it," she mutters. "You were bleeding." "I was not bleeding," I correct. Her eyes snap back to mine. "You could have been." Pause. Nod once. "Okay?" She holds the ice pack there a moment longer. Fingers brush my temple. Then she steps back fast, clears her throat, switches to command mode. "You're coming tomorrow," she says, raise eyebrow. "That's an order." She nods. "Yes." Smile. "Okay." Her eyes narrow slightly. "Stop agreeing so easily." "I learned from you," I say, she mutters. "Annoying." Then she looks at me again, voice goes quieter. "Walk with me." Follow her. Expect gym. Expect wrestling room. Nope. We walk outside, past the complex. Small side street, quiet benches, dim street lights. She sits on a bench. I sit beside her. Leave space. She stares at her hands, then says, flat. "People talk." Nod. "About you." Her eyes flick to mine. "About us." Blink. "Us." Jaw tightens. "I heard two mothers," she says, controlled voice. "They said, you're always around, that you looked protective." Lean back slightly. "That's true." She frowns. "Why?" "Because I respect you," I say. She stares at me. "I can handle myself." Nod. "I know." Brows furrow. "Then why do you keep stepping in?" Hold her gaze. "Because I want to," I say. See her throat move. She mutters. "You make it difficult." Raise eyebrow. "What do I make difficult?" Voice comes out tight. "Keeping things clean." Nod slowly. "Boundaries." She doesn't answer. Lean forward a bit. "Keep it calm." "Maya," I say, "if you want me to back off, I will." Her head snaps toward me. "No," she says too fast. Then she freezes like she just heard herself. "No," she repeats. "Don't." She takes a breath. Quietly. "I'm good at controlling everything." Nod. "I can tell." Lips pressed together. "And then you show up," she continues. "And you don't flinch. You don't act intimidated. You don't try to impress me. You just stay." Watch her carefully. She looks down, voice lower. "And I don't know what to do with that." Softened tone. "You don't have to do anything." Jaw tightens again. "Yes," she says. "I do." She looks at me then. "I think about you," she admits. "More than I should." Throat tight. Hold her gaze. "I think about you too," I say. Her eyes flick over my face, almost bitter. "You're not scared of me." Shake head. "No." Her cheeks warm. "You should be," she mutters, smile softly. "I'm a wrestler." Then her voice drops. "Come over," she says. "Maya," I say quietly. She holds my eyes. "I'm not asking you to fix me," she says. She swallows. "I'm asking you to be with me." Nod once. "Okay." We walk to her place, apartment nearby. It looks like someone who lives alone and likes it that way. She sets her bag down, stands still, hands at her sides. She reaches for my shirt first, fingers curl in the fabric, pulls me in. Kiss isn't hesitant. My hands settle at her waist. We move toward the bedroom. Well, and then I got to appreciate the splits firsthand. Later, the room is quiet. We're both still catching up to what just happened. She's lying beside me facing the wall. I think she shut down. Then she speaks low. "This is going to complicate everything." Turns slightly. "Yes." She glances back, eyes sharp. "You're not worried." Smile. "I'm a wrestler." She frowns. "That means nothing." "It means," I say, "I don't run from hard things." She stares at me for a long moment, then turns back toward the wall. But her hand reaches behind her, finds mine, squeezes once. That feeling when she gives me trust instead of control. Wake up before my alarm. Her apartment is quiet in that single-person way. Turn my head. She's asleep on her side, hair slightly messy. Lie there thinking maybe I should leave before she wakes. Don't want to shove her into that. Then she shifts. She mumbles something I can't catch. She opens one eye, then the other. And I can physically see the coach part of her trying to boot up. Her gaze flicks around the room like she's checking if last night is still real. Then she looks at me. Long pause. Cheeks warm. She pulls the blanket higher, like armor. "You're still here," she says. Raise eyebrow. "Was I supposed to disappear?" Eyes narrow. "Don't be smug." "I'm not smug." She stares. Adjust statement. "Okay, I'm a little smug." She mutters something that sounds suspiciously like an insult, then sits up fast. "Rules," she says. Blink. "Rules." "Yes," she replies, already in control mode. "We need rules." Lean back. "Maya, we're not roommates." Eyes narrow. "I know." "Wait." She hesitates half a second. "Not rules, guidelines." Smile. "Better. You're not allowed to talk about this in the gym." She swings legs out of bed, stands up quickly, walks toward bathroom, stops without turning. "And you're not allowed to stare." Blink. "At what?" She turns her head slightly, eyes sharp. "At me." Smile. "You're impressive." Her cheeks warm again. "I'm going to shower," she says abruptly, and disappears into the bathroom, closes the door. Lie there smiling, hear shower start, faintly hear her mutter. Sounds like, "This is stupid!" Call out calmly. "It's not stupid." Silence, but then, "Yes, it is." Smile. "You invited me." Silence again. Then, "Don't remind me." That feeling when that's Maya in one sentence. 20 minutes later, she walks out. Loose shirt and shorts, hair damp, expression composed again, except ears slightly pink. Clears throat. "Coffee? Sit up." "You make coffee." She nods. "Yes." She pours coffee. I lean on counter and watch. She doesn't look at me for a full minute. "You're staring." Raise eyebrow. "Observing." Eyes flick to mine. "Same thing." Smile. "I'm just thinking." "About what?" she asks. Keep voice calm. "About how you act tough and strict all day, but you're actually gentle." She freezes. Then she mutters, "Don't psychoanalyze me." "Not psychoanalyzing," I say. Complimenting. Cheeks warm again. She looks away. "That's worse." "You're too comfortable." "I'm in a kitchen," I say. She stares. "I meant with me." "Do you want me to be less comfortable?" She holds my gaze. "No." "Maya," I say. "We don't have to label anything right now." Jaw tightens. "Good." Nod. "But we also don't have to pretend it didn't happen." "It happened." Smile softly. "Good." She takes another sip, then adds quieter. "And it was good." "It was," I agree. Her gaze flicks to my forehead, bruise still there from the shoe incident. She frowns. "Does it hurt?" Shrug. "Not much." She stares at it, walks to freezer, grabs an ice pack, presses it to my forehead again without asking. I flinch, her eyes narrow. "Stop being dramatic." Smile. "Yes, coach." She pauses, mouth twitches, then mutters, "Don't call me that here." Blink. "Why?" Cheeks warm. "Because," she says tight. "This is not the gym." Nod. "Okay." She holds the ice pack there a moment longer than necessary. Then her hand shifts. Fingers brush my eyebrow. She notices it too. Pulls her hand back fast like she got caught. Face warms. Looks away. Brisk voice. "You should go." Raise eyebrow. "You're kicking me out." She nods. "Yes, you have training. I have training." Smile. "You're running again." Her eyes snap to mine. "I'm not running." Hold gaze. Calm. "Okay, then tell me one thing." She hesitates. "What?" "Do you want me to come back?" I ask. She stares for a long second. "Yes." Chest tight. Nod once. "Okay." Walks me to the door. At the door she stands, hand on the knob, not looking at me, then low. "This is going to be complicated." Nod. Yes. She glances up. And you'll still come. Smile softly. Yes. Then she steps closer, kisses me quickly. Don't let Mark see your face. Blink. Why? Eyes narrow. Because he will talk. Grin. He'll talk anyway. She stares, then mutters. Annoying. Anne closes the door. Stand in hallway for a second, smiling. Walk out of the building. And for the first time in a long time, I'm not thinking about the next match. I'm thinking about the next morning.